Hello crafters! This is Suzanne from A Creative Muse, and I'm here with some Simon Hurley goodies. It's another fun collab between Simon, Ranger, and Spellbinders coming together to bring fun products for us. Okay crafters, let's take a look at all of Simon's new goodies. Let's get started. So this is from his latest release. There's this beautiful clear stamp, which is a 6 by 9 inch clear stamp, and is called Heartfelt Blooms. There's this beautiful tall flower. Then there's this smaller version of it that has a layering piece. And then these two little buds with layering pieces as well, and sentiments. The coordinating die will cut out all the flowers and these extra leaves, and you'll see it in my example. Okay, sentiments read like, thanks for all you do, love you, I'm always here for you, I have courage to bloom even in dark times. I need that one. So Simon loves to stamp, heat emboss, and fussy cut around this to make a sentiment. So sometimes he'll have the coordinating die and then other times not. This would have made the die set much more expensive if he did dies for all of this, and much bigger. So I think he went for the flowers, which is a lot. So it's a big die set too. Really, really nice. I always like to tell you guys, his photopolymer stamps are really, really good. Out the gate, it's a winner. Don't need a lot of conditioning to work. He also has this fun one. And if you watch Simon's introductory video for this collection, he made a really cool card with this. I went a different way, but I do have what he did in mind that I'm like, okay, I got to go back and do that one. This is a clink stamp and is called the Whimsical Florals. These two flowers pop out, and then you have this background, and I turned it at an angle for most of mine where I had this bud like facing up. He did like stamp it in all green and then came on with a darker green here and did this whole color technique with ink. Really, really cool. And then here are the two flowers. You can stamp one flower. He uses Altenew stamp wheel, but you could also use a Misty for this. Really fun though. Whimsical Florals. And then here's another cling stamp. This one is fun. This is a great background. This is a 6 by 6, and so is this. This is called Typewriter, and it starts off with the quiet hum of the city at dawn. And I don't know if you read this. This is from something, but it starts here and it ends here. I just did a little bit, but really, really cool though. I love backgrounds like this. This is great for a background, and you could put flowers on top of it, anything. And mixed media friendly. These two are like perfect for your mixed media folks. Speaking of mixed media folks and those of us that aren't, I love that Simon makes these products, but they're very approachable. All of them are approachable, like his paste, including now solar spray. He was so kind to send me this. So this is 6 new solar spray. There is purple, which is Royal Flush, gold, golden hour, overheated, cross my heart, which is red. So that's an orange, red, and then crocodile tears, green, and beluga for the blue. Okay. And these are 1 ounce bottles. You do have to shake it. So let me show you what I mean. Okay. So you wouldn't spray it like this. You spray it when it reaches that. When you can hear that little ball, that's when you decide to spray it. I did bring a piece of black cardstock just to show you, because this works better on black or any dark cardstock, dark gray, dark navy blue, something like that. You shake it up and then spritz. And then after you finish, take something and wipe it off. Always clean it so it doesn't clog, because it does have this mica in it. You can dry it with your heat tool. I just let it air dry, but let me show you what it looks like. You see? I'm picking it up with the paper towel and you can't see it. It shows up on dark really well. So that's what the blue looks like. Beluga. Isn't that fun? Fun. What I did with mine, actually, let me show you a different color. Let me show you the gold. Okay, I got it going. I like to do a little extra with it so it gets really activated. You can see I use that one a lot. I did this where I would spray a lot like this and let it drip. Can you see, crafters? It's dripping. I like to do this type of style. I was caught up in that. But you don't have to do that, but that's what I was doing. I enjoyed that little drippy fun too with it. And look how it layers on top. Love that. I may save this. This looks fun. Hold on. Hold on. Let me put a little blue up here. A little blue there. There we go. They're activating together, interacting and activating. Let me see if I dab it, what happens. That's kind of fun. I like this. I'm going to use this for something. You see what I'm saying about the mixed media, folks? Look how it sprays out here. The further you get away from it is the more you'll get that. When you spray it like this, then you get it coming up together, then you'll get the drip. This is when I discovered that they don't work on light colors. This is white cardstock. Now in the sun, I think you can see it. And I did it in the order of gold, overheated, which is orange. Here's the red. Royal flush is the purple, beluga, and the crocodile tear. So I think you can see just an iridescent touch, but this is super faint. It looks like nothing is there actually. So on white, it doesn't work. But on black, here it is when I first got it and sprayed it out. Look at all that misting. Now what was interesting, after spraying it on black cardstock, I was able to write over it with my Jelly Roll pen. Right on top, and look how it didn't fade into it. It didn't change the color of my Jelly Roll. That was interesting, because here it's interacting with the green and nothing happened. Isn't that pretty? So gold, I guess this is like a orangey red, pink, purple, blue, and the green. Solar spray, fun. Very easy to work with, thank goodness. Some of these mixed media things, they're just not for me because they involve steps. Lots of them. His items are like usually just pump and go. Just pump it and go. Spread it and go. Clean it off with water too. It's not like I have to bring some special cleaning. I have to do tons of treatments. But for those who love mixed media, I know you love your treatments. I'm not ready to learn all those steps. Maybe one day I'll get all the steps down for every single product. Just not there yet. But I like Simon's approach to it. Easy and workable. And I'm cleaning my Glassboard Studio glass craft mat with isopropyl alcohol because I was spraying all over the place. Here are some other examples that I made. See, I was exploring my drips. So these are all panels I can work with. And then here is one with the red. I call this one the Galaxy. This one is Royal Flush and Beluga. Look at that. So you will be seeing a card from me. I started it. I stuck this little guy on and it's the wrong color. So it was throwing me and I stopped making the card. But I wanted to do like the spaceship. And this is from Simon's Space Adventures. I'll link that video here so you can see the spaceship and the rocket and all that. As a matter of fact, here's the 2 dies for it. To the moon, rocket, and then UFO friend. So I think that's a great galaxy background, but I think this colorway doesn't work. So I'm gonna redo my spaceship, maybe take out this turquoisey and keep it more in this colorway or maybe more silvers, but my little guy here just wasn't looking right. Even stuck adhesive tape on here, black adhesive tape, ready to go. So I like these sprays, as you can see. They're fun to play with, very easy to play with. This is already drying. Oh, I'm liking this one. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but something. For card 1 crafters, I'm using the Solar Spray in Golden Hour. I started strong there in the center, and then I went higher and higher. And you see how I got a nice little mist? I started with a piece this big, though, because I was just playing with the spray. Just like I was playing with it here, then I cut a section, okay? This is an A2 card. So out here is A2, 4 1/4, 5 1/2 inch in white, 4 by 5 1/4 inch. For this inner layer. And then I use the flower here from the Heartfelt Blooms. I did color this up with my Olo markers. I brought my Olo markers out. I know you guys are like, Suzanne, you've been talking about these Copics. I have both of them. Here's the big flower and look how the die cuts out all those openings. So lovely. So I have 2 layers of white cardstock underneath here to stabilize this piece. I colored this up on Nina 110-pound cardstock, but I did back it up just for natural height. Instead of using pop dots all over the place, I just did like 2 more layers of cardstock. This is super solid. And then I did a sentiment here, which I came into a Better Press sentiment. This is actually from Justine's Farm. I'll link Justine's Farm video here where you can see all the cute Better Press animals that you can press or glimmer. And then some of them have the coordinating die. Most of them do actually. And here is the sentiment. Wishing you a beautiful day. I thought this sentiment went very well with the flowers. There's sentiments with the different animals. So you could watch that video if you want to see all of them. So this is the Feathered Friends press plate and die. And I did press this out on porcelain cotton card with black Better Press ink. And then now for card number 2, had fun with this one. Look at that. It's the same stamp set, 2 completely different cards, but this one has more of Simon's new products. This one has less, but still fun. Both of them are A2 cards. Love. Love, love, love. I did finish this off with peridot gems. So here I have featured 2 of these blooms, and I did stamp it out with some Altenew Fresh Dye ink in teals. Then I came in with a Olo marker in yellow for the center, and then I did the greens. The greens are right here. This, and this. color them up with the yellow marker, die cut them out and tuck them behind here. So these two are actually not exactly the same. One is a little bit slimmer, one is a little bit wider. They won't all look like the same exact flower, which is nice. You could color that white space, but I decided to leave the white space. Cut it out with the coordinating die. I will link below both options. There will be stamp alone, die alone, stamp and die together, okay? If you get the bundle for this, then you would save a little money on it. For this now, I'm using actually all the products beside the spray. I think I did a little bit of the spray too. You see it? You see the gold in the background? I started out with a piece of Windy color wheel cardstock. That's a very, very light blue. Stamped it on with a light gray ink. What you see here with this, the typewriter. So that's the print in the background. See how faded it is, but you can still see it? On top of it, I came in with this beauty. The whole thing together, did not pop these out. So these flowers are right here behind what is on top of it in black pigment ink. And then I came on with, again, I love this one, the golden hour, at a high distance. So I put this like on the floor in my splatter box and then sprayed it. That's why I have so much, I could barely see it, but now I can see the dots. You see it? So it's not as intense. It's a very light because of the distance I went from to spray it. So you see the little bits there? So I actually used everything in this collection. The spray, all these products together. Then I came into Justine's Farm again for the sentiment. And I did pop these up just for a little bit of height differential. These are also popped up again with a piece of white cardstock underneath that die cut. Just a natural one without using any foam or anything. For the sentiment, I'm coming into Clover the Cow press plate. Here is the happy birthday. This is on scrapbook.com mixed media black cardstock, 140 pound. Love that stuff for black cardstock. I'll put a link below for it. Crafters, I'm detailing and linking everything. If you want to glimmer with your better press, that's a great one right there. That mixed media paper. And I believe they have a sale going on too for something like this. Black cardstock, which is very thick, so I don't need to cut a second layer of it. Matte silver hot foil roll. This first panel I cut with my trimmer. So you see how the edges are more rigid? Here the edges are softer. That's because I'm coming into my favorite precision layering A2 sets A and B. 16 dies in each set. Largest die in set A is an A2, 4 1/4, 5 1/2 inch in black cardstock. The largest die in set B is 1/8 of an inch shorter. That's what I used to cut out the treated panel. When you layer it on top of the A2 panel, it's really 1/16 on each side. You see that thin layer? When you go between each of these, one to the other, one to the other, one to the other, as many times as you want to come in, you're going to get really tight, nice layers. And I could tell that I used precision layering for this and not for this. Next card, which also features precision layering, the 2 layers with the A2 out here and then that second layer, 1/8 of an inch all the way around. I'm coming back into this beauty, the whimsical florals. This one, black cardstock, and then I heat emboss with some Gina K fine detail gold embossing powder. Love. I did not stamp it straight. I stamped it like this. I like working it at this angle. If you get it, just have fun with it. I think I was aiming for this one here to the top. You see what I did? It's this angle that I'm stamping at. So there are the 2 flowers too. So I kept everything together. In your MISTI, you would take out the foam or your grip mat and just put this right in there towards the bottom, then lift up the gate and then stamp it on, okay? So after I heat embossed this, I was like, oh, I need a good sentiment for this. I came into an Italian sentiment, birthday sentiment. So it's an Italian birthday card. I just felt like it needed something international because of all the gold. I was like, oh, this is looking like Europe to me. So it is the Italian Everyday Sentiments die. This is from the International Sentiments collection. I'll link my video here. Oh, you have to see that one. So fun. 4 languages in it. It comes in 2 styles, better press and dies. There is French, Italian, Spanish, and German. This one is Italian. Birthday right here. I also translated my sentiments. using Google and a viewer. Thank you so much. Originally, this came out as happy birthday, but it also reads best wishes, many wishes, or happy birthday. And it can also be used for weddings as well. Anything congratulatory. Here, this is the one for happy birthday, okay? For this, I am coming in with black cardstock and treasured cardstock. So treasured cardstock is assorted packs of specialty cardstock available in 3 colors: gold, rose gold, and silver. I'm using the gold pack. Each pack will have 15 sheets, 5 styles, 3 sheets of each style. This has a great price point too. Each pack will have glitter metallic, matte metallic, brush metallic, mirror metallic, pearl. I'm using the matte metallic here for the sentiment. Look how clean that cut. Underneath it though, I did use an adhesive sheet. I did not use wet glue, but I think that's so pretty with the gold. Gina K's gold embossing powder works very well with the gold here. For the little flower crafters, I'm coming back into the Heartfelt Blooms stamp and die. This one I stamped out. Then for the layering, I came on with some purple Altenew Fresh Dye ink and did like 2 different colors. Then I came in with my Olo markers and did the yellow and the green. So there's alcohol marker and ink here playing together, okay? Because there's nothing for that bottom stem, so I had to color it in. And then I took a black marker. You could also use a Sharpie and go around this. I use a memento marker for it. I need to put a link for that. The memento one is very nice because one end is a brush tip and the other end is like kind of like a fine point, but not a really tight fine point. But that brush goes around this very easily. In white, we have our Jelly Roll pen. That would be the equivalent in black. So this is my next card. And yes, I did use a precision layering and I did pop this up with black foam tape, 1 millimeter. There is now 1 millimeter black foam tape. I'll put a link for that below. 3 A2 cards, all looking completely different. I mean, look at the treatments between them. Oh, Simon. Simon, did I give you a clap for this one? No, I didn't. I should have earlier in the video. Yes. Simon, you did a great job again. And lastly, crafters, I made a little tag with the flower. So from the same panel that I cut out my little space scene with the beluga and the royal flush, you notice here how it's really thicker than here. So I like this one for outer space, this one for something. I knew I wanted to save it, and that's why I came on with a little tag die. I have the flower here, same flower here stamped out. I did an extra leaf in here just to curve it out a little bit more. I made it a bigger flower. So the die cut is this. Then I tucked in one of these are the extra pieces behind it just to give it more body. And I use a coordinating die. So that's Heartfelt Blooms for this. I did like an orchid stamping here with the ink. And then I came on with one of my favorite little tags at Spellbinders for a bigger tag. Small tags, assorted tags die. Love that one. This one is a little bit bigger and stands on its own. Love, love, love. Copper plate, gift tag, press plate, and die. I'll put a second layer on the back. It layers up so clean. So it's an asymmetrical die, which is a plus. So that means I could do any treatment on the front. Spray, watercolor paper that's bending, embossing. And then on the back, I'll cut another one and flip it back to back, glue it back to back. And then here I could take a Jelly Roll pen and write a sentiment. So that's really nice for a tag, for a gift bag, Christmas, anything. It has a great sizing because it can fit like die cut images on it. So this is obviously turning into a sidebar, but I love this tag. Let me tell you how much I love it. Christmas, completely different. Christmas, Halloween, you could do a double here. Santa, look at this with the advent calendar. And then just recently with the Gorgeous You collection. I'll link that video here for the Gorgeous You with the makeup. So you see how I love it? And then here I did that treatment. So if the treatment looks like this, you could stick it back to back like so. I could have pink on the back, black on the front, and it wouldn't show because it is asymmetrical. I tell you, it's a great tag die. It goes on sale too from time to time. So if you want a nice tag die, that's great for holding your die cut images, like good sizing. This is Simon Hurley too. Look at that. And now here I have the flower. So I have lots of tags ready to go. It's a joy to use for tag crafting. So I pulled it out again for this one. For the sentiment, I came into a cute set. This is from the Woodland Tales collection. I'll link that video here because I really love that one. That's from last year, fall. This is the sentiment out of it that I love from the Woodland Tales Impressions Better Press. So you can press or glimmer die cut once. It has 3 sets of sentiments with a coordinating die. Each day is a gift is one of the sentiments. And then there's some other bits in here that you can use. There is a stamp option, same sizing as this. So you'd get the same thing in a stamp option, but if you wanted to cut it out with the coordinating die, you would need this. Both of these have gone on super sale. Nice sentiments like little things make big moments. There is beauty in new beginnings, and each day is a gift. Love, 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 love. For the top of my tag here, that shiny silver you're seeing, this is Vivant trim in flashy in silver. This is a really nice sturdy tag. 110 pound on the front, 110 pound on the back. One more thing, crafters. I made this too. Look at that, red and black, but I didn't know where to go with it from here. I may just put another sentiment like this one. Isn't that kind of fun? Have fun with this. This little cling stamp here, this little whimsical florals is a big surprise. I could just keep on going with it. Okay, crafters, that is it. Simon, again, small collection, but a fabulous collection, and the introduction of the solar spray. Have fun with this one. Even here, just go much higher. You're standing almost to your waistline, and this is on the floor. That's how I got that so faint. Up close, then you're looking more like this. Alrighty, crafters, everything will be detailed and linked below. Thanks so much for watching, crafters. This was a fun one, Simon. 2 thumbs up and a stay crafty, my friends. Bye.